So I've got a bit of cannabis in my room. Really, what business is that of yours? Is that about a question about me having drugs at home, which is one thing, and me having drugs in hospital, which is another thing? The two things separate. It's my house, it's my life. How I choose to live in my house is my business. And I don't think any professional can ask me questions about that. It's not your business, it's not your concern. I should be allowed to do what I want to do in my home. Having drugs in the house is always safe. There's no needles lying around, he can't harm himself. The cannabis that is in the house is safely put away. He can't easily reach it and grab hold of it. And at 15 months, he's not likely to get his mates over so they can spliff up together, are they? I understand that. You do have a duty of care towards my child. However, I think I have a stronger duty of care towards my child, and how I choose to bring up Toby and in the environment in which Toby grows up is really my responsibility as a parent, and to do what I think's best for him. And I don't think outside people coming in telling me how to bring up my son really is fair. It's just, no one interferes with other people's lives. I don't see why people are trying to interfere with Sue's, mine and Toby's life. Have I got any financial worries? Well, you show me any family with young children that doesn't have financial worries. Financial worries are part of life. I know where this is coming from. It's because you've been talking to Sue, and Sue's been going, yeah, going on and on about money. Yes, I know, I've bought four laptops. I know at the moment our visa bill's £5,000. I know that. But if I'm going to get this business up and running, I need those 4 laptops. Otherwise the business never gets going. I don't want to spend my life living off benefits. That shows no hope, that shows no ambition, it shows nothing for the future. And what kind of role model would I be for Toby if all I did was sat home and collect benefits and got fat and took risperidone? Yes, we're heavily in debt at the moment. I know that. I wish we weren't, but we are. But once the business is going, there'll be income coming in, we can move forward, and the debts will disappear over time. Yes, I suppose Sue has to be right away. But one thing, I'm sure you've met Sue, and in many ways she's an absolutely lovely person. But you got to remember she's a worrywart. She always worries about things. She worries about things unnecessarily. To be honest, it's her unnecessary worrying that's landed me up in hospital, detained under the Mental Health Act, because she worries unnecessarily about things. I am angry over it. I'm sure you can pick up in my voice. I am angry. And quite in many ways, I'm actually furious with her for one, talking to the professionals that let me end up here, and then gossiping about me behind my back to you, even though we barely met you. Do I think your advice and attitudes apply to me? I don't know, dear. I don't know about that question. I think as you tuck yourself up in bed at night, you try to console yourself that you're trying to do the right thing for us. But I think at the same time, people should be left to get on and, live their lives and bring up their kids. I can't see any benefits from you being involved. You're not going to stop me from smoking cannabis. You're not going to improve my financial situation. You're not going to stop Sue from worrying about things. That's not health and social services role. Social workers can't do that. That's the stuff of life that you can't take away. Let me answer your question with a question back to you. At what stage in anyone's life do you know them well enough to ask them to change how they live? I don't know anyone that well. No, that's a lie, actually. I do know some people well enough to ask them or advise them or help them to change. But if I'm going to demand that I have the right to live my life how I want to, I can't interfere with other people and meddle was a word you used earlier, meddle in other people's lives. And seeing as you've known us all of 5 minutes, I don't really think you've got the right to tell me how I should be living my life. So you have a 15-minute chat with my partner, and that gives you the right then to come in to the ward environment, to the office, talk to all the staff who sit in there all day long, and talk about my home life and my business to them, so they know all my home life as well. This is just ridiculous. I feel like an open book. I feel utterly violated by, one, you talking to my wife, and then secondly, to compound, to add insult to injury, you go and talk to the ward staff, so they know all my business as well, and they can sit there and make judgments about me. There's no secrecy about it at all.